Hello everyone, welcome back. I haven't been able to garden for about 10 days because I had an operation on my toe that desperately needed doing, but I have had to have my foot up for nearly a week. We're on day 9 I think now after having it done, so I'm starting to feel better. My toe isn't swollen, I can put my foot flat on the floor, so I'm really excited that I can get back in and do some gardening. It happened very suddenly, so I wasn't able to plan for having this operation. It was meant to just be a consultation that I went for, but the podiatrist that I saw basically just said, no, you need to have this done today. There's room, there's time in my schedule, let's do it. So I did, and that means that basically the back garden has kind of gone to rack and ruin. I dread to think what the allotment is like because I haven't been able to go down there for ages either, so there'll be a video about that as soon as I am more mobile. But I figure today we could have a look at two of my tubs of container grown potatoes, because even if I have to film it with my leg kind of up at a comedy angle off camera somewhere just to keep it dry and clean and not knock it against something, then so be it, we can do that. But I want to get out there again because I really miss it. Now the two tubs that we're going to have a look at have got two different varieties of potato in them. One tub has got first earlies in called Casablanca, and the other tub have got second earlies in called Charlotte. And the Casablancas, I've also grown some at the allotment, and you can see me, I planted those a lot earlier. You can see me harvest those in a previous video. If I remember, I will put a link to that in a card up above somewhere here, never know which side. So let's head out and see how those two varieties have done. So here we are with tub number 1, and I am filming this kind of top-down bird's eye view, so let me know if this is a good way of filming a potato harvest for you. As you can see already, I am harvesting potatoes that are of a really good size, and I was very pleased with these. These are the Charlotte potatoes. They're kind of quite a yellow waxy potato, and I was not expecting this many potatoes. I've grown potatoes in tubs, most years for maybe the last, 7 or 8 years, and I've never had them as good as this before. The main difference was we had a lot of hot weather this year, which meant that instead of me just being lazy and kind of leaving the rainwater to water them, I was perhaps watering them a bit more myself. And also I did give them a little bit of seaweed feed, just because I had some left over in the can after kind of taking care of some of the other things I was growing, like the tomatoes and the runner beans and things. But yeah, I just kept digging, and I kept finding more and more potatoes. And then this is how I'm going to show you the second tub. Let me know if this is your preferred way of viewing a container potato harvest. I'm not sure what one is best to watch. They're both kind of fun. The first one's like digging for treasure, and then this second one is it all kind of just comes out in one big lot. I do love the way that they're spilling out of that tub there. This is another decent harvest. Decent sized potatoes. They're in good condition as well. I should say that in both tubs, the potatoes have been in much better condition than the ones at the allotment. Lovely big potatoes there, starting a nice little pile. I just want to break into that soil. I want to watch what that looks like from this angle. And am I actually going to do that? I'm just picking them at the edges at the moment, which actually is quite satisfying, but I think this is the bit that I want to see. I don't know if I'm actually going to... Oh, look, there are some there. Oh, just tear into it, come on. I feel like I'm now giving a running commentary on what I'm doing, which is not quite what I intended for the voiceover. But yeah, really decent harvest from both tubs. Again, digging in, I was just finding more and more of them. These are the Casablanca first earlies, and these were planted 2 or 3 weeks after the Casablanca second earlies. I don't know quite why it worked out like that, it just did. And so they're kind of at the similar stage, they're kind of ready at roughly the same time. Oh, look at those. They are good potatoes in there. I'm also not really taking a great deal of care over my toe there, am I? It's actually quite close to all the dirt, but I was very much aware of trying to keep it out of the way. Now lots of my potatoes have started growing little potatoes off them, which I've also not had before. So if you know why that is, let me know. Have I done something terribly wrong with them, or is this just what happens when they stay in the ground for a bit longer? So you can see that I'm putting, or I have put the soil back in both of these pots, and that's because I will rejuvenate it and I will use it again for autumn winter sowing, and I'll use it again next year. If you're interested to know the different things or the different ways that I rejuvenate the soil so that I can keep using it and not have to spend too much money buying fresh soil all the time, then let me know in the comments and I will do a video that is about container growing and some of the sort of techniques and things that I use. That's a decent-ish pile there, I think. I'm pretty happy with that. And we'll see how much they weigh in the next segment. Right, so we're back indoors and we're going to see how much those potatoes weigh. One tub at a time. We're going to start with the Charlotte potatoes. Okay, so I very stupidly didn't actually film the pile of these potatoes when I dug them up, but yeah, they're all a decent size, the ones that are kind of full grown, and then there's obviously the tiny little ones that are just starting. But yeah, let's see, let's put the scales on. So this is out of one tub. I think they really want to balance on there very well. Okay, so 1.65, so 1.6, nearly 1.7 kilograms. Not bad. Let's try the other ones next. Now I think these ones are Casablanca, but, or rather I thought they were Casablanca spuds. Oh, they haven't done, they're not quite as good. About 1.5 kilograms. I'm not entirely convinced that they are Casablanca potatoes because they look exactly the same as the Charlotte potatoes and they don't actually look like the Casablancas that I grew at the allotment. Now the most interesting thing about this of all is that I got 5 kilograms of potatoes from quite a big space at the allotment, so sort of half a bed, and I've just got just over 3 kilograms from 2 tubs that take up a lot less room. So I'm thinking that maybe growing all of my potatoes in tubs might be the way forward. Let me know what you think. So I'm looking at over 8 kilograms of potatoes so far this year. I've got another 2 tubs down the garden. Now I haven't been looking after those as well as the 2 that were up by the house, so goodness knows what's happened to those. One of the tubs has definitely got some King Edward's potatoes in, and they're a main crop, so they can stay in the ground for a lot longer and they'll be nowhere near ready yet. What I am going to do though is give these potatoes a good clean. I'm going to pop out and get some rosemary, and some of these potatoes are going to be roasted tonight with some rosemary, some salt and black pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic as well. And I'm going to griddle some chicken thighs, I think, to go with that, and pick a vegetable to go with them as well. And so I'm going to get a delicious dinner out of these potatoes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.